The year was 1997. Midnight Express 901, a steel behemoth slicing through the heart of the country, vanished. No trace, no wreckage, no survivors. It simply disappeared, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a chilling legend: the Vanishing Train. Whispers of the train persisted through the years, swirling in the shadows of the unexplained. Some dismissed it as a tall tale, a campfire story to spook children. Others, however, believed. They clung to the unsettling truth that some mysteries refused to be buried. Among them was Elliot Grayson, a journalist haunted by the event that had shaken his childhood. The disappearance of Midnight Express 901 wasn't just a mystery to him, it was personal. His father, a renowned historian, had been on that train. Elliot grew up with his father's absence, a void carved out by the vanished train. He pored over every article, every faded photograph, every whispered rumor. He dedicated his life to uncovering the truth, to finding the missing pieces of his past. His obsession became his life's work. Elliot's search for the truth led him to dusty archives, forgotten libraries, and remote towns. He chased shadows and rumors, each dead end fueling his determination. Then a breakthrough. An old map caught his eye. It spoke of Black Hollow Station, a forgotten stop on the Midnight Express line. Black Hollow Station wasn't on any modern map. It had been swallowed by time and neglect. This, Elliot knew, was where he had to go. This forgotten place held the key to unlocking the mystery. The journey to Black Hollow was long and arduous. As dusk settled, he arrived at the outskirts of Black Hollow. The air hung heavy with an unsettling silence. He stepped out of his car, the crunch of gravel under his shoes the only sound. Before him stood the skeletal remains of Black Hollow Station. Twisted metal and shattered glass painted a grim picture of abandonment. The station's ghostly presence seemed to whisper, "Turn back." Elliot ventured cautiously onto the platform, each step echoing through the oppressive silence. The air grew colder, a damp chill seeping into his bones. He ran a hand along the crumbling brick wall, feeling the weight of years etched into its surface. This place, once teeming with life, now stood as a stark reminder of the train's sudden disappearance. He walked towards the empty tracks, overgrown with weeds, his heart pounding in his chest. A rusted sign, barely clinging to its post, proclaimed Black Hollow Station. The sight sent a shiver down Elliot's spine. He was standing on the precipice of the unknown. As midnight approached, the station seemed to stir. The air crackled with an unseen energy. A low rumble echoed in the distance, growing steadily louder. Elliot's breath caught in his throat. A spectral light pierced the darkness, growing brighter with each passing second. Then, with a deafening hiss of steam and the screech of metal on metal, a train emerged from the darkness. But this was no ordinary train. This was Midnight Express 901, its sleek exterior gleaming under the ghostly moonlight, untouched by the passage of time. Elliot watched in disbelief as the train screeched to a halt before him. Its windows glowed with an eerie light, revealing shadowy figures moving within. He felt a pull, a compulsion to board the train he'd sought for so long. He climbed aboard, each step carrying him deeper into the heart of the mystery. The train's interior was immaculate. Velvet seats, polished brass fittings, and flickering gas lamps created an atmosphere of bygone elegance. Then he saw him. Sitting by a window, his face aged but his eyes unmistakable, was Elliot's father. Elliot rushed to his father, his heart pounding with a mixture of relief and dread. "Dad?" he choked out, his voice trembling with emotion. But his father didn't react. He just continued reading, his eyes fixed on the newspaper as if Elliot didn't exist. Suddenly, a figure in a dark uniform materialized beside him. The conductor. His face was gaunt, his eyes two bottomless pits reflecting the train's spectral glow. "He can't hear you," the conductor rasped, his voice like the grinding of gears. "Why?" Elliot demanded, his voice tight with fear and frustration. "What is this place?" The conductor's lips curled into a chilling smile. "This train," he said, his voice a low whistle echoing through the carriage, "is not a means of transport. It is a prison, a purgatory for lost souls, forever traveling between moments, never reaching their destination." Elliot's father finally looked up, his eyes meeting Elliot's. There was a flicker of recognition, a glimmer of the man Elliot remembered. "This train," his father said, his voice a strained whisper. "It feeds on regret, on unfinished business. It traps those who have unfinished business in the world of the living."